Oh, they called it. They are really playing no games. Oh my god, Amoongus survival clutch. What is up, boys, girls, and everyone else? James back here, and today is the kickoff of our first episode of VGC Series 8 21 back-to-back battles. Today we're going to be on the Battle Stadium ladder once again for the first time this season, and we're going to be trying out this team. This is a rental team that I created with Ho-oh. I also created 9 other rental teams if you want to try out some teams in Series 8 and looking for some inspiration, and you know, maybe you don't know where to start, maybe you couldn't get teams in game yet. Make sure you check it out because I have 10 rental teams and they'll be available for all of Series 7, so make sure you go check it out. I'll link that video in the description down below, and hopefully you enjoy using the teams. This one here is one that I created off of Ho-oh Lapras, which I thought was a really cool combination, alongside with Dracozolt, which I think has a really good potential, especially on this team. I think especially be able to outspeed Eliki, hit it with Earthquake, which is really nice, and then Volbeat for the bulky water types. But yes, we're gonna be trying out this team. The rental code is right there, and you can try it out for all of Series 7. And yes, it will be available for all Series 7. But otherwise, let's get started and play some games. All right, we got Pablo here. Interesting. We got a Raichu, Tapu Fini, Celesteela, the Landorus variant, Zacian, and Incineroar. So I think there's a lot of interesting stuff about this team. One, it is going to be that Lightning Rod. Double Steel is always interesting with Double Intimidate. I think overall I have a really okay matchup with Lapras. Setting up Lapras looks really solid here. Yeah, it looks really good here. Lapras plus Lando lead looks fantastic. Being able to intimidate most of these Pokemon, I think, is fantastic. I think the only problem is Celesteela does get access to Meteor Beam, so I gotta watch out about Dynamax stuff, because I gotta watch out for Dynamax turns if Celesteela decides to be brought in the game, and I gotta stall out the Meteor Beam potential that the Celesteela has to offer. But otherwise, after Meteor Beam's done, I should be perfectly fine, unless it's Power Herb. Power Herb could be a threatening set too. I gotta find out the item on Celesteela, and I don't know. I think it'd be Policy, because you could self-Volt Switch yourself with this team or with the Raichu. But yeah, I'm gonna go Landorus Lapras. I think it's a really good lead overall against their team. I don't know if I want a Amoongus. That's the problem. It's either Amoongus or Dracozolt. Dracozolt does really well against this team if I'm able to eliminate the Raichu. The question is, can I eliminate Raichu very quickly? I feel like it's really tough to eliminate Raichu, but I think we'll be okay. So let us go with these 4 Pokemon and we will see. Tyranitar, not exactly that helpful. Yes, I could have set up the Sand to help out Zolt more, but I feel like Tyranitar being an extra resource is not necessary in this game. I think, after all, I think I am going to be relying on a Lapras combined with Ho-oh, and I got to get rid of the threats around them. So let's see how this is going to go. By the way, be sure to answer the common question of today's video, which is going to be, what non-restricted Pokemon do you think has a lot of potential in Series 8 that we haven't seen before? And I think Zolt has a lot more potential than he used to, so yeah, should be interesting. Okay, this is a pretty good lead, I think, for me overall. I don't see a problem with this lead. I'm actually happy about this lead right here. As all right, should I set up Resonance now or should I wait? Because I don't think they Dynamax here. I think they definitely swap. I would swap if I was them, at least. They don't have good switch-ins, right? Yeah, I think Zacian is like their best switch-in here. So should I just fire off a Hydro Pump? I don't want to Dynamax yet if I don't have to, especially if they play passive here, which I feel like they're kind of forced to. So I kind of want to go for... Dracozolt, I think. And I kind of want to go for the Freeze Dry into the Landorus, but I also kind of want a Hydro Pump. Although if they give me a chance to get rid of Landorus, it's a fantastic move here. So I think just going out as Zolt and Freeze Dry is an okay play. It also covers if they go into Fini for the Landorus, but they do switch out the Landorus. Let's see if Zacian comes out. It's Celesteela. Okay, so that's not a bad hit off in the Celesteela. I'll definitely take it, and I actually get a pretty good advantage with the fact that I am getting the Dracozolt in against the Celesteela. The problem is what Incineroar does with Parting Shot this turn, but overall I'd rate this turn pretty solid here, as Parting Shot comes out and they're faster, which is an interesting move here. So I don't know what Incineroar is going to go out into. Last Pokemon could be Raichu. Could be that Raichu. Is it going to be that Raichu is the question. Landorus for Intimidate. Okay, makes sense. I have a pretty safe switch for I have a pretty safe switch overall though, so it's not terrible. Okay, as we will freeze dry the Celesteela slot for an okay amount. Yeah, that's still a pretty decent amount. That's every bit of chip damage does matter in this case. And they didn't get any damage. I got a bit of damage in Celesteela. I think I'm okay with that turn. I think this turn though kind of depends on what they do here. I'm a little bit worried if they actually go for like Rock Slide, but I think my best play is to go Ho-Oh and Landorus double up. I think they might also switch out here. So yeah, I will definitely switch out here. They might have U-turn on. I don't think they have U-turn on the Landorus if they hard swapped. I'm going to go out in the Ho for the Zolt slot because there's a chance they Rockfall the Lapras slot. So yeah, I am going to double out here. Landorus and Ho will come out. I think this is an overall safe turn. The problem is this double Intimidate is kind of annoying for my my Ho as well as my Landorus to do a lot of work, especially since they hit this team very super effectively. But overall, it's not that bad as we do see a Dynamax and it looks like it will be the Celesteela. No surprise here. A little bit worried if they Rockfall randomly the Zolt slot, which I feel like they don't have to at all. I don't know what they exactly go for here. I think Steel Spike's okay. I think Airstream makes sense. I think Rockfall and Orlando makes sense as well. Let's see. Gonna be the Earthquake. Okay, perfect. So I avoid the Earthquake, which is nice. Rockfall did come out into... Nice. Okay, that's a really good turn right there because taking out Rockfall with Lando was definitely not that great there in that position. It's Life Orb Celsius, so that's good. So 2 more turns of Rockfall that I have to deal with. And once I deal with those turns of Rockfall, I'll be very, very solid right here coming up. I could probably just protect Ho-Oh, but the problem is what do I do with Lando? Do I fly here? Do I Rock Slide myself? I have a few options here. I could go on a Zolt realistically too. They would probably Steel Spike or Airstream the Lando if that's the case. Yeah, I think Zolt is an okay play. And just going for the Protect. They might also Rockfall the Ho slot since I don't exactly have the best swap anyway. So yeah, I'll take this turn. They also double out the Landers, which is nice. Instant? Nice. Perfect. I thought about Earthquake in there, but I don't think it was necessary at all. And again, once the turns of Rockfall... Wait, basically, once these turns of Dynamax are over from the Celesteela, they can no longer Rockfall my Ho-Oh. So I only have to worry about Landers as the offensive pressure against the Ho-Oh. So yeah, we'll just Protect here. Very safe Protect. Let's see what they decide to do here. Could be a Steel Spike, could be an Airstream. Gonna be that Airstream into the Zolt slot. Into the Ho-Oh slot, even better. Because I get to heal that HP and Dracozolt didn't take any damage right incoming. So I could Dynamax the Zolt slot. It wouldn't be a terrible play here. Boltbeak also will do a lot to the Celesteela potentially. I think Landers is just a safe play overall here, position-wise. And then what I try to do is I get Lapras in and start going for the Veil. And that seems really good to me. So the question is, am I expecting the obvious Fake Out or not? I think it's fine to just risk the Bolt Beak into the Celesteela and do a bunch of damage. I know it's not weakness policy, and I think I'm willing to take the risk of Fake Out Meteor Beam or Rockfall into Dracozolt, which shouldn't pick up a knockout, I assume. I'm going to go Landers here and get an Intimidate off into the Incineroar, as well as get that Regenerator health. I got to watch out, though, because I am losing a lot of health on most likely Zolt this turn, or Lando right here, if they decide to target into the Lando slot, which I think is fine. Let's see. Fake Out comes out. This has to be in the Zolt. Yep, I could have Dynamaxed the Zolt. Unfortunate. They went for Rockfall. You know what's interesting as well? My Zolt is actually faster than the Selly. And they did Rockfall the Ho slot. So, oh, that's beautiful. That's great for me, actually. That is great. All right, so I'll definitely take that turn. That's a pretty good turn overall. The upcoming turn gets a little bit questionable. So the Celesteela is at only a neutral... special attack as well as like +1 speed, and Zolt still outspeeds, which is incredible. Now I think I gotta figure out what is going to be coming out here. Now I kind of want to Bolt Beak the Incineroar. Now I want to Dragon Claw the Incineroar because I think Lando might switch in. They might Parting Shot out here, but I think that's okay because I get damage on the Incineroar at least. They definitely probably either Protect or switch out with Celesteela here into Lando. Or they don't. Okay. Yeah, Dragon Claw off into Incineroar, which is good chip damage. Gonna be Flash Cannon into the Lando slot, so they were trying to eliminate the Lando. Okay, makes sense. And we are going to see what come out from the Incineroar is going to be that parting shot. So I could have got a Bolt Beak. I didn't think they would risk me going for the Bolt Beak into the Incineroar. I thought Landorus was a very generally safe play, which is why I decided to make the play that I did. But overall, I think this is a decent mid ground in general. So I'm okay with this. Landorus comes out. Okay. Kind of getting sick of this Intimidate rotation. I think Rock Slide comes out. They Rock Slide or EQ. They saw that I have a very easy Lando switch earlier. So, you know what? I'll go on the offensive here with the Dracozolt. Dracozolt's main job is getting rid of this Celesteela. We could also like really use the knockout on Feeny, but I can win with Perish Song in game anyway, I think. So we'll go Lando here. It's kind of weird because I've been preserving my Lapras this entire time. And it's not like necessary to because I haven't gotten to 8 turns of Veil, which, you know, would have been useful, but I think like the damage I want to do with Lapras is more crucial right here. So let's see what they decide to go for. Should be Rock Slide, I'm assuming. I'm faster than Landorus. Ooh, that's really good. Bolt Beak will knock out Celesteela. So I no longer have to worry about Celesteela. Meteor Beam, Flash Cannon damage is really good to avoid. And yeah, that's pretty good of a knockout. And it also, like, again, helps secure that Perish Song endgame that I'm going for. Rock Slide doesn't even pick up a knockout. It does get a crit on Dracozolt. A little bit unfortunate, but not too bad, as the Sandstorm subsides here, which is perfect. Unfortunately, I'm not Shell Armor on the Lapras, so I am risking Rock Slide crits coming up. But overall, pretty solid turns for me, as the Incineroar is going to come out here. What am I looking at right here? There are 2 plays I'm looking at right now. I think best play here is just to protect actually and switch out into a Lapras, because I think I want to keep the Landorus around. It's decent as a sack, especially Intimidate is always a nice factor to have. I think going Lapras is such a safe play right here, because what this allows me to do is I can go for Bolt Beak into Incineroar the next turn, knock it out, and threaten no parting shot, which is really nice as a fake out perfect. And Rock Slide, Sword Stance. All right, Sword Stance on Landorus. A bit too late though. I think I'll go for the trade here. I'll go for the Bolt Beak into the Incineroar slot, as they don't have a switch, and either Incineroar goes down or whatever's coming in goes down. Actually, it could be the Zacian. We haven't seen the Zacian at all yet, so yeah, I think it's fine to just go for the Veil here into the Landorus and Bolt Beak the Incineroar. I'm doing a ton of damage to whatever's coming in for the Incineroar slot, and if they attack with Landorus at all, it goes down to the max resonance. So I'm okay with this turn no matter what happens. I think the worst case if my Dracozolt and the Landorus speed tie, which seems like a really awkward it just seems like a really awkward speed stat to speed tie on. So we'll go with our Dynamax Lapras. Hopefully, I'm assuming this is gonna work, as I should be able to get a double knockout here, because Bolt Beak should be able to KO. Did we actually speed tie? Well, it doesn't knock out the Zolt, which is important. Okay, that's fine. Am I missing something? Oh, wait. Oh, was there sand up? Maybe I misjudged it because of sand. Oh, I might have misjudged it because of sand. Well, that's unfortunate. At the end of the day, I think it's still okay. That's a little bit unfortunate though, but in the long term, I think I should be okay for the most part. Let's see. Yeah, Zacian is the last Pokemon. No surprise. I mean, I still get the knockout onto the Lando. Oh, I think I misjudged the sand. I think sand was up the last turn, which explains the Zolt being faster. All right, here comes a Resonance. Is able to knock out the Landorus, and we do have multiple turns of Aurora Veil now to abuse, which is very nice indeed. Now, should be an easy Landorus switch right here for the Intimidate, and then pivot out into Ho-oh, so I can get another Intimidate onto Zacian. I think the worst case scenario... Oh, wait, I meant to go Landorus. I thought I clicked Landorus. Still okay, though. This means I get only 1 turn with Landorus, but that's okay. Not the most concerning factor. I think the only concerning factor is this is SD Wild Charge for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I'm going Landorus again. And just Geyser, I think. I know I'm weakening my Sacred Fire damage, but definitely worth it here. Oh boy. I can't believe I made that mistake, but should be fine. It kind of sucks because I could have went Landorus, switch into Ho, and I really don't see a punish for it. Other than like sub, I guess. Fake out gonna come out. This will knock out Landorus. Okay, so Landorus goes down. Behemoth Blade. They could go for Sword Stance, which is a little bit scary, but I think should be fine overall. It is Sword Stance. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. As we will get a Geyser off. This is why I wanted to Lando switch into Ho-oh, because I want another Intimidate, because Zacian's at +2. There is a Roar Veil, though, which is really solid here. And I still have Perish as the end game, so if they play like Protect this turn, this upcoming turn, it's going to be real interesting. So I wonder if they go for Protect here or if they go for the Max Guard. Also, I mean, not Max Guard, Protect. I also have a chance to burn the Zacian, which is really good. The only problem is if this is Behemoth Blade, Wild Charge. I don't think that's a set, so we will see. If it is, it's very sad right here. Okay, well, Sacred Fire, Geyser. But yeah, the optimal play last turn was switching to Landorus first, going to Ho-oh, and then going back into Landorus immediately. Behemoth Blade going to come out. This is going to target the Lapras. I wonder if this knocks out. I don't think it should with the... Oh, Ho-oh. Interesting target, and Ho-oh ate that up. Ho-oh absolutely ate that up. We are able to get Sacred Fire off. Good damage in the rain, too, against a 115 base defense Zacian. That's pretty good damage. Just a -1 Geyser will probably do the same amount. Or actually just knock out. Wow, I underestimate the power of Lapras. And that is a very solid game 1 win. Okay, so I messed up like 2 turns or like 3 turns towards the end. But overall, like I had such a good lead in general. I think it was fine. Problems were, of course, the dumb mistake of going for the dumb mistake of not realizing about the sand. I didn't think Rockslide would KO anyway, and they definitely weren't going to go for Earthquake with Incineroar out on the field unless they had Protect, so it was like very unlikely. And even if they did, I still got the knockout anyway, and I guess we would have basically been in the same position, so I think that was okay. But yeah, the Landorus, going to Landorus would have just probably secured it instead of the Ho-oh. I was kind of gambling a lot, but jeez, that bulk, oh my goodness. All right, our second opponent with a Ice Rider Calyrex. That thing is a massive threat. Running it with like pretty much a pretty standard team, what you would see basically with Glastrier back in Series 7. So, all right, what am I going here? Am I going... The thing is, I really dislike dealing with Eliki. Eliki is really frustrating for my team to handle. Yet I think we'll be okay for the most part. I don't know if I want to bring the Zolt. Zolt is not bad, but I don't think it's amazing to match up. It's okay though. It's definitely okay. Kind of want to go Amoonguss Ho-oh. Might be an okay lead. I could also go Lapras. Do I want to Veil up immediately is the question. I kind of don't want to. The thing about Lapras, what I've noticed a lot about previous Lapras teams and series was like Lapras would always just turn 1 Dynamax, set up Veil, and it was very predictable and it was like easy to play around. So I'm trying to adapt to a strategy where I don't Dynamax Lapras as immediately as possible. Although this one has likely, so has more room to. I do want to try out not Dynamaxing it immediately to see like how much mileage I can get out of that Veil and if it's more efficient that way. Let's go with these 4. I think Tyranitar could have been a good Pokemon too against Calyrex, but of course Calyrex does get access to close combat. I have no idea what item that Calyrex is going to be. That Calyrex is a threat. That Calyrex is really a threat, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to play around it. I basically have to slow it down with Intimidate from Lando, maybe get a Spore off if I can, but there is a Feeny as well. Porygon plus instant lead. Okay, pretty standard lead. I'm okay with that. As we lead Amoonguss plus the Ho-oh. I'm worried about Ice Beam directly into the Amoonguss turn 1. Download gonna get the attack, so it doesn't get special attack, which is actually really nice. Oh man, Lapras would have been an okay lead here too. All right, turn 1 Lando Spore seems okay. I could also get damage with like Brave Bird into Instant, which wouldn't be a bad play either. But I think Spore is okay here and going on to Lando. They might have Taunt on the Instant though, so I do gotta watch out. If they have Taunt on Instant, I gotta change the game plan. Let's see. They'll go into Landis for the Intimidate on potential Flare Blitz or Fake Out. I think Fake Out comes out here, but we'll see. They do go straight for the Taunt. Okay. So that's a fair play from them. That's a really solid taunt, as I won't be able to spore and they get Trick Room up. Oh boy, this upcoming turn is going to be a pain because they're going to... yeah, this is going to be a upcoming pain. I'm going to go out into my Ho-oh and I'm going to go out into my Lapras. So I'm going to reveal all 4 Pokemon I have here. I think it's pretty... I think to deduce, I would assume they have Feeny and Glastrier back. So what's nice is once I switch out a Mungus, I'll probably still be the slowest thing under the Trick Room and I'll be able to spore everything on their team. The problem is, of course, the Glastrier. Glastrier is really tough because my Ice Resist is like... my Lapras, which isn't exactly good offensively. I do have Ho-oh too, but I'm worried about Weakness Policy, although it could be Assault Vest. I think the item is going to be a big determining factor here because I don't know whether it's Life Orb, Assault Vest, or Policy. So Tri Attack going to come out into the Lapras slot. Okay. Really solid damage. Parting Shot going to come out also into the Lapras slot. Okay. Would have preferred going out in a Ho-oh if that was the case, but let's see. It's probably... I'd assume it has to be the Calyrex coming out. Feeny comes out actually instead. All right. Don't know if they're trying to set up specifically for... Okay, if they Muddy Water, they give my thing a boost. Or at least a Water Absorb heal. I actually think they might be trying to get in Calyrex for the Porygon slot. They wanted to set up... Actually, no. Then they would switch that Porygon into Feeny, right? I'm actually interested in the Feeny coming in. Did they just see Calm Minds right here? Which I think is not bad for me. I think I just go for the Freeze Dry into the Feeny slot and get a little bit of chip. And then I just go for the Sacred Fire. And just see what they decide to do here. But they're going to switch out to Feeny. Oh, is this a Calyrex? I could have... Oh, instant again. All right. More passive damage, I guess. Okay. Kind of sucks that I don't have any recovery on the Lapras, though. Or can't get any recovery other than Muddy Waters. Airy Impulse. All right. Makes sense. So my Lapras is at -3, which is not a positive thing right here. As I will get a Freeze Dry off into the Incineroar. I get a little bit of chip. But that chip's not really going to help too much as I will get a Fire off. This is going to be probably a really long passive game based on what we have here as tools. I need to start getting damage off into the other slot that doesn't have recovery. So I'm going to go out into a Moon. Yeah, I think a Moon. I don't think they Hard Flare Blitz the Lapras. I think they Parting Shot out again if they do. Man, this is going to be a bit of a stalemate, isn't it? I'm going to go Amoonguss. This actually might even go to timer at this rate. Tri Attack going to come out. They do target the Lapras slot. They Parting Shot here, right? Oh, they called it. They are really playing no games. Oh my god, Amoonguss survival clutch there. That's a clutch survival, Amoonguss. Brayber does a good amount to Incineroar too. Jeez. Okay. Okay, I'm still in this. Still really tough, but in this. Brave Bird and Protect is a very good play here. Dang, I almost went into Landorus too. I was worried if they went for the Flare Blitz, but I thought they would always Parting Shot out. Really solid play on my opponent's part right there. Try Attack into Amoonguss. Yep, it covers for the Lapras and Parting Shot out into the Ho-oh. Yep. Whatever's coming in is taking a Brave Bird though, so I'm okay. Even if it's Calyrex, which won't take too much damage. The damage really matters for Dynamax situations, especially because like it will only get like probably 80% of his Dynamax if it switches in, and Feeny will take some chip too, which is nice. A Brave Bird. How many turns of Trick Room are over? Okay, Trick Room's gone. All right, they might set it up again. All right, switching out into Lapras, and I'm switching out into Lando. I don't want Lapras to take a Moonblast right here, and I want to start pivoting a lot. And I mean a lot. So we'll go on to Lapras. This is... I wonder if Feeny starts going for Calm Minds here. I'm okay because Perish Song does well against Porygon. I just got to get it down to the last 2 Mons Perish-wise. Try Attack immediately in the Lando, which is... perfectly fine. I should take this pretty well with Assault Vest. I do. Trick. Ice choice specs, it looks like. Full Incense Trick? That's a set? What? I've not seen that one before. All right. Well, at least the item isn't like too important. Although setting up Veil for longer turns would have been nice. I don't think it's necessary at all to win. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide and Freeze Dry. I think that's an okay play. They can't knock out Landers in this position unless they Dynamax. And if they Dynamax, I'm okay with this because that means they can't Dynamax Calyrex. It also covers for Instant trying to switch in for the Feeny. Yep. Unless Calyrex comes in for Policy, but it is Instant again. Okay. So I'll get more damage, which is fine. No, I have Switch in Ho-oh. Yeah, I'm okay with the turn. I am very okay with the turn. I get a Freeze Dry off. I get a Rock Slide. I'm getting the chip. I'm trying to set up for Perish Song endgame. That's what the goal of here is. Ooh, nice freeze. Unnecessary? Yes. Good? Still nice. All right, they're gonna Flare Blitz here. I go out into my Ho-oh and Protect right here. I mean, overall, my Ho-oh is looking really annoying for them to deal with. And once I finally set up the Veil, I'll be good. I got to get rid of like one more Pokemon though that's not Instant. The problem is I'm not targeting Porygon 2 because I don't have enough resources to deal with it. So yeah, let's see. Should be Flare Blitz. Yep. Oh, takes it. Lando still survives. Probably going to Flare Blitz again. I'll go... Should I go Lando or should I just set up Veil? I feel like setting up Veil is probably the play. Because I don't think they Parting Shot here. Well, if I set up Veil, then they... Okay, is it worth letting Lapras just set up Veil? Because I'm not going to do damage anyway, I guess. Yeah, now that I look at it. Damage is like very unlikely here. I'm going to go for it. And I might as well just Sacred Fire the Incineroar slot in case they hard switch into like Calyrex or something, which is definitely a possibility. So I'll set up the Veil. I'll set up the 5 turns now because I'm probably going to need the Veil. Because like I'm thinking like if I go Lando, I'm taking a lot of damage with the Flare Blitz combined with the Tri-Attack, where I'm a little bit worried because I don't have my Intimidate switch in when they have the Calyrex out, which is a little bit concerning in my opinion. So that's why I kind of want to go for this play right here. Because I want Veil up and the ability to switch. They go for the Tri-Attack, not the Eerie Impulse. Okay, cool. They go for Parting. All right, I'm okay with that. I wonder if Feeny is coming out here. I think Feeny would make the most sense, but if they get impatient and go Calyrex, this is a really bad spot for them. Although I get a decent amount of damage to Feeny, I think, with Sacred Fire. They go Feeny. Okay. This is such a slow one. I wonder if this goes down a timer eventually, because it might. I miss a Feeny, a little bit unfortunate, as we will get a Resonance off. Ooh, good damage to Porygon. Is that crit? Yeah, that's definitely a crit. Okay, cool. So we set up a Roar Veil, and yeah, we have a lot of offensive presence right here. How many turns of Trick Room left? 2? Should I just go on the offense here? I feel like I could go really hard on the offense against Porygon right here, and maybe I could deny another Trick Room. So they recover. Looks like I'll do 30% with Resonance. Brave Bird probably not enough though. That's my concern. So I think overall doubling up the Feeny isn't a bad play here. What are they going to do? Trick away my safety goggles, which is okay here. They do go for the recover. I'm okay with that. Again, I think Perish Song against Porygon is more important anyway. I only wanted the Veil for the Veil. We do see Muddy Water, and Water Absorb is going to heal the Lapras, which is good for Perish Song endgame. Especially if they Dynamax too late and I set up for that Perish Song endgame. It's really good. And Ho-oh, eating that up. We will get a Brave Bird off. This is -1, but should still do a solid amount to the Feeny, especially since it shouldn't be too bulky. Yep. And we are able to get another Resonance off into the Feeny slot, which will do an okay amount. Like we weaken the Feeny and we weaken the Instant. These are really important factors for the Perish Song endgame. We will go for another Resonance, I think. Or should I Geyser? No, I don't want to weaken my Sacred Fire. I think I go for it again, and I think I go hard into Amoonguss actually and start abusing the Regenerator. that I have with both Pokemon. Because it might be Tri-Attack Muddy Water that comes out here, and that would be beautiful if I'm able to like absorb these attacks and sponge them up. Yep. Yeah, I should live easily an attack from Feeny. Oh, they tricked this time. Okay, you can have my Koba Berry this time. I don't really have any useful items that affect their team, so it works out. Resonance once again. Missing the knockout Feeny is actually good for me. You might be thinking, oh, James, that's actually probably bad for you, right? Nope, I get to go back into Ho-Oh once again, and I still have like quite a bit of pressure on the field. I'm actually going to go for the pump this time, I think, into the Feeny slot. And double Amoonguss out on the Ho-Oh. So what's nice is if they give me Feeny, that means no more Misty Terrain, which means if they set up Trick Room, I can Spore actually, which is solid. Moonblast, perfect, because they didn't want to miss. They target the Ho-Oh, excellent. I even take less damage. I missed the pump. Not the worst thing that could have happened, I guess. It's annoying, but not terrible. I guess that means they're never switching now. They're definitely not going to switch to Instant. They might switch into Calyrex. How many turns of Terrain are left? Last turn of Terrain. So if I get an Amoonguss now, I can actually Spore potentially. And I think that's what I go for. I'm going to abuse the Regenerator with Ho-Oh too. I could also recover the damage off if I really want to. But I kind of want to get more health on the Ho-Oh as well as like maybe more health on Amoonguss potentially. So they are going to finally retreat the Feeny slot into the Incineroar. Okay, Incineroar also was like really low, yeah. So it's going down here, which is nice. Okay. Wonder if I have to force an early game Perish, because I feel like I have to. Airy Impulse is fine because it doesn't change anything because I literally got the damage on the Pokemon anyway. So I'll get the Freeze Dry off into the Incineroar. Nice. Okay, Incineroar goes down. Perfect. The problem is Aurora Veil did wear off. So the Light Clay did actually matter, but I think in the long term, they're going to go... They definitely have to go Glacier now. They have to go into Glacier now. Here comes the Calyrex. This is where it gets complicated. Now is a freeze dry time into the Porygon. Do I protect here or do I go hard Lando? Both kind of make sense in a sort of fashion, but I think I protect. They have to. Wait, yeah, because this is the last set of Terrain. I'm slower than them, so I can actually Spore. So I think they're forced to go Feeny, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, okay, nice. So I can Perish endgame. Let's see what their deciding move is here, though, because this could be really bad. I'm going for Perish Song endgame, but if they Knuckle here or Close Combat, it's tough. Maybe I should have went Lando, but the problem is if I sack Lando, I'm then having to sack Amoonguss later. Oh, did they actually Close Combat? Okay, that's perfectly okay. That could have been terrifying. I quad resist this, so I'm okay with this. Yeah. Still did a good amount. Is that Life Orb? Yeah, that's Life Orb. Okay. Easier to play around. Freeze Dry going to come out into the Feeny slot, which will be able to knock out the Feeny. So Feeny does go down. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Perish Song endgame is the play. They used up too many of their resources, and this is how you get punished by playing too defensive too patiently. If you do it in this kind of situation and don't take good trade-offs, this is one of the cool things about this team. Regenerator plus this combination, absolutely insane. I will go for the Perish, and I'm going hard in the Landers because yeah, going hard in the Landers is always the play. Getting that Intimidate off is really important. Even if they Glacial Lance, it's fine because that means they don't get a Close Combat off into Lapras, which is absolutely huge. I could have also Rage Powdered, actually, now that I think about it. Wait, why didn't I Rage Powder? Rage Powder covers for the Close Combat. Oh no. I don't think Close Combat should knock out Lapras, but still. Okay, they just Glacial Lance. It works out. So Landers goes down. Lapras took a ton. It's a crit, that's why. I was about to say that really shouldn't have done as much as the first one. Okay, Tri-Attack shouldn't KO Eater. Perish. Okay. I think play is to go Ho-oh. Gotta think. If I go Amoonguss, that doesn't buy me too much, I feel like. Or should I go Amoonguss and then protect and go Ho-oh and swap? I'm just worried about how much this Calyrex is gonna do. So I'm gonna swap in the Ho-oh. Oh, this could be tough if they get... The problem is I don't want to... Okay, so the thing I'm worried about here is if I double protect and they go for Knuckle and a Lapras, I'm in a lot of trouble, aren't I? Wait, if they go for Knuckle and a Lapras... Okay, how many turns of Perish? Or Perish 3, right? So if they Knuckle here, I protect. Next turn I can Rage Powder. Actually, no, it's fine if they do that. Because I can Rage Powder. And my Ho is unaffected by Perish, right? Yep. Because I switched it in. So I can, yeah, I can double protect. It's better than covering for the Glacial Lance. If they Dynamax, that's okay here. And yeah, I think they went for Lance. Okay. Going Amoonguss would have been a choke. I'm doing this because I thought, okay, if they Knuckle, I could have been in a bad spot. But then I think about it more logically. And then Amoonguss could have actually been, them catching Amoonguss on the switch would have been terrible. And even if they, like, in order to knock out Lapras in this spot and pick up a knockout for sure, you either have to read the Amoonguss switch or you have to Knuckle the Lapras slot and get it through Protect, right? And that's kind of the place that they had to go for here. Oh, wait, am I losing to time? Oh my, no, not like this. No, am I actually losing to time? I think I am because I have to make the Amoonguss sack in order for my best play to work out. Wait, did I go for double protect with Lapras? I should have went for double protect. They Dynamax? Okay, so this is going to be Hailstorm and Tri-Attack. Oh boy, I lose on time. Are you kidding me? I literally just need one turn for both of them fate to perish. I protect the Ho on the last turn after sacking these two. Oh, time. What a turn of events. I should have went for the double protect too. Oh wait, they Tri-Attack. What? Did that crit matter? No, it definitely doesn't. Wait, what? Huh? That was such a weird turn of events. I should have just Sacred... If I Sacred Fire, this game was changed, actually. But I didn't want to risk me missing Fire or getting knocked out by a Hailstorm. Or crit Lance. I lose on time anyway. Oh... You know what's actually funny? I might have actually won if they didn't crit the Tri-Attack too, because I think I have more percentage of health than them. I just needed one more turn, and I'm pretty sure that crit mattered, because I think I might have actually had more percentage of HP at this rate. You gotta be kidding me, man. What a twisted turn of events that game was. Holy heck. Oh, what a way to start Series 8. That was honestly a really fun game. I really wish we had that one more turn, but that honestly was a really fun one. I think I played really well. My opponent played pretty well too. But god dang. Was there a play that I could have done that avoided that situation? I felt like I played really good by getting the damage on Instant Infinity. I knew was like the answer. Dang, I don't know what exactly did I messed up. I think it was like trying to maneuver against the Perish Song turns. Yeah, because I don't think I risk Ho in that situation if they Dynamax. Because if they Hailstorm the Ho-oh, if I Sacred Fire and stay in, and also like stay in with Lapras and Tri-Attack knocks me out. So I feel like, yeah, that's a terrible play. Oh, I don't think there's a good mid ground that covers both. But did the crit matter? Because I want to know, did the crit matter on the Tri-Attack? Did I have more HP than them after the Tri-Attack? Because Ho was a full health. I think Amoonguss would have been at like 75? No. Oh, it would have been really close. I think it like 70%, and then they were both weakened, and then it comes down to total HP. Man. Make sure, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to each channel. This is the beginning of Series 8, and that's the beginning of how Series 8 Baek Battles is going to go. Let's just say we're in for a treat. Had a really fun time with this team. If you do want to try it out, there's a rental code available in the description down below. Available until the end of Series 7. It will expire during the April. This is one of the rental teams. Make sure you check out the rental team video as well. I have 10 rental teams for all of you to try out. And I think I showcased how strong this team can really be. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this. And yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my other social medias, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Follow me on all those platforms. Check out my subreddit. Check out my Twitch channel where you can hang out with me, talk VGC, and I do variety stuff as well. Make sure you go check us out. But otherwise, yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. And until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.